Closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.
Off we go to get a glimpse of the royal tigers in the erstwhile hunting grounds of the Maharajas of Jaipur, Ranthambore.
This video encapsulates our 3-day trip from Delhi to Ranthambore, and I'm sure by the end of it, you'll be planning your own trip with family or friends.
Ranthambore is about 460 kilometers from Delhi, and to make it in good time and make the most of our first day, we started pretty early from Delhi at about 6 am, and trust me, it was a beautiful ride with very little traffic. We planned our trip in mid-November, so the sun was very strong and wearing a light sweater in the day was more than sufficient. For the night, carry a jacket because the nights get very chilly. Our first and only pit stop was at Hotel Highway King, where the washrooms were very clean. You can shop here and also dine in. Courteous Rajasthani waiters served us yummy desi food, exactly what we wanted after driving for 3 hours. And after being refreshed, we were back on the road, and boy, it was such a picturesque drive. After driving for 6 hours, we reached our hotel in Ranthambore at around 12:30 pm, where the guard at the entry checked our temperatures due to the COVID times and sanitized our car thoroughly. This level of sanitization reaffirmed our trust in the hotel, and we were sure that we had made the right choice in terms of the hotel. We had booked the Taj Vivanta in Savai Madhopur, Ranthambore.
The first thing we notice about the hotel is that it's so peaceful, green and homely. You can just sit in the front lawns and enjoy a cup of coffee, or have a beer in the lounge area, play billiards with your friends, or just take a dip in the pool as the birds are chirping in the background. It's a perfect place to re-energize. Here are some more property shots as a treat for your eyes.
So I have reached Ranthambore and I have checked into Vivanta's Savai Madhopur Lodge managed by the Taj, and it's a very cozy and compact property. I'm going to give you all the shots of the property in this video. Some of them I've already shown to you. See more after this clip. I'll also give you a quick room tour and tell you which is my favorite element from the room. But before that, let me tell you that I found this hotel very quiet, cozy and compact. It's very peaceful out here, and the room is very homely, but at the same time very luxurious. So this is typically a Taj property, and I found it nice. So far so good. And when we checked in, we were so famished that we went for a quick lunch. And let me tell you guys that during COVID times, these guys are not serving buffet for all the major meals. For breakfast, lunch and dinner, they don't have buffets, they have a set menu. So from that menu, whatever you want to have, you can simply place an order and the waiter gets it to you on your table. So this is a very nice concept during this time because it makes you feel safe. So I had a very simple yet tasty lunch comprising of dal, gobi aloo, paneer, etc. It was very simple and nice, and now I'm going to snooze for some time. Till then, you guys have a look at my room.
We had booked a deluxe category room which had a lounge as soon as you entered the room. Right next to the lounge was the immaculate room. As you can see, it's not a new construction, but it's very regal and perfectly kept. The highlight for me was 3 different bathing areas with an outdoor shower, an indoor bathtub and a shower stall. Quite noticeably, the size of the room, bathroom and the outdoor open shower area, all of this combined was way bigger than a normal 5-star hotel. Oh, and when you're here, you just cannot miss a hot bath under the trees.
So guys, the hotel also has a bar for you to come and enjoy some nice refreshing beer. It's quite reasonably priced, and the sit out area is pretty classy inside, and outside it's casual and like a lounge where you can relax. So cheers guys.
After our beer, we went to the dining area and were pleasantly surprised to see Rajasthani folk singers singing in their strong, rustic voice, giving a perfect feel of Rajasthan. Their powerful singing made sure our day 1 in Ranthambore ended on a very high note, and we were all pumped up for day 2 in Ranthambore because we had our first safari planned for early morning.
So guys, it's early in the morning, it's 6 o'clock and I'm ready to go for my safari. I have a swollen face because it's too early and it's still dark outside. I'm waiting for my gypsy to come, and the park opens up at 7 o'clock. It's 7 to 10:30 are the park timings. So gypsies usually leave from hotels at around 6:15, 6:30 so that we enter by 7 o'clock, and my zone is zone 3 and where we are headed. There are 10 zones where you can have tiger sighting, and I've chosen zone 3. So let's see, I hope I get a chance to see the tiger. Let's check out.
Mid-November early morning was extremely chilly in Ranthambore, and whether you book a canter or a jeep for your safari, these are both open air and move very fast inside the jungle. So if you're planning your trip in winters, be prepared with your caps, mufflers and jackets.
Guys, we just entered the national park, Nisha's luck.
Ranthambore National Park is spread over 400 square kilometers, housing about 88 tigers, 80 sloth bears, leopards, crocodiles, deer, monkey and whatnot. There are many species coexisting, and oh boy, the man-made lakes inside the jungle are so beautiful. If you plan a trip in summers, you can find the tigers resting by the lake. But since we were there in winters, it was quite tough for us because tigers are nocturnal animals. That is, they roam around in the night, marking their territories, and in the day, they rest. There were times when we thought we were just about to spot the tiger because the animals around us got very alert. But we only spotted some pug marks. Oh yeah, this was a big achievement as well. We spotted some monkeys, different species of birds, some deer, but at the end of the 3.5-hour journey, we came back to our hotel a little disappointed.
Guys, so after a failed attempt at tiger sighting at Ranthambore Tiger Reserve, I am back at my hotel. We have planned another safari for tomorrow on a different route so that we can sight the tiger. We are quite ziddy when it comes to this. We want to see the tiger. So in any case, we got back and we had a hearty breakfast at the hotel. The hotel was accommodating enough to extend the breakfast timings for us, and we were served some bacon, sausages, eggs to order, fruits, some Indian dishes and whatnot. So it was a nice hearty breakfast, and after that I slept nicely, and I'm all powered up for my high tea arranged by the hotel at the main lobby. So let's go.
Along with our tea and coffee, the hotel had arranged for yummy sandwiches, fries, pakode, and this is exactly what we needed after a good sleep. The beautiful lawn in the background was a perfect treat to the eyes. We were more or less done for the day and went to our rooms, skipped dinner and relaxed because the next day was also going to be a little hectic with another safari planned. Day 3, I woke up re-energized and with a very strong intuition of spotting the tiger today. We had our brunch at the hotel at around 12 noon and sat in the jeep for taking us to the safari at around 1:30 p.m. The jungle timings for the evening safari are 2 to 5:30, and it's best to leave your hotel taking a margin of at least 15 minutes in hand. We were in zone 2 of the jungle this time, which we found better than zone 3 as this was more green and had a more hilly terrain, giving it a more jungle-like feel to the entire experience. Just 5 minutes into the jungle, we spotted a lot of crocodiles resting by the lake and it was a sight to be seen. The first 2.5 hours of our safari, we spotted a number of different species ranging from sambar deer, crocodiles, eagles, mongoose, leopard and sloth bear. Sloth bear is also very rare to find in the jungle as there are only 80 bears in the entire jungle. We had only 1 hour more to go and had still not spotted the tiger until this happened. Female tigress Arrowhead casually walked out of the grass and onto the road, and we got a sighting of a lifetime. The tigress was larger than we expected it to be, so bright, so powerful, and trust me, till date we are in awe of it. Spotting Arrowhead so close to our jeep made our trip to Ranthambore very special and totally accomplished. Oh, by the way, we also spotted a male tiger very briefly. Look at our happy faces now. Even after coming back to the hotel, we just could not stop talking about the tigress during our bonfire and the dinner that followed. A romantic candlelit dinner in their private dining area set up for us on special request turned out to be the best meal of the trip. You guys can also book your meals while booking your stay at the Taj Vivanta. I hadn't had enough of this amazing Taj Vivanta property in Ranthambore, but it was time to check out and head back to Delhi. But before that, I had a hearty breakfast and trust me, their food is really good.
Guys, sadly it's time to leave, but it was a very fruitful trip because we saw 2 tigers and so many other animals. I hope you enjoyed the video a lot, and I gave you a detailed description of the hotel, but if you want more details then you can always comment below. And in fact, in the description I've added all the details regarding the safari, how to book it, the pricing, the best timings, about the hotel and everything. Apart from that, anything else you can always just comment below and I'll reply. And do follow my food project on Instagram, Facebook and YouTube for amazing content. Until next time.